Hey, before I start the video, I just want to give a big thank you to Blaze the Movie Fan for including me in his review of The Matrix Revolutions. We collabed together. This wasn't the first time we collabed. We also collabed when we reviewed Matrix Reloaded together on his channel. I highly recommend watching the video. We had a great time. I also recommend checking out his channel and subscribing. He makes movie reviews just like me. We've been friends since like 2015. So yeah, he's a really cool guy. I recommend subscribing to him. Check out his content. He does sometimes he'll do skits, and sometimes he does topics on specific stuff and commentaries on stuff. I'll put a link in the description to the video. Check out his channel. And anyways, on to the review. Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. I just went and saw Bros. I will be seeing Smile on Saturday, but I wanted to see Bros first. Now, Bros is about this man named Bobby who is going to be putting out a LGBTQ museum. And he hasn't been in a relationship before, and he's like in his 40s, until he meets this guy at a party who he then sort of develops a relationship with. Well, first, it's kind of complicated. It is a romance story, and he does get into a relationship. It's kind of complicated. He's a very angry guy, and sometimes he's just, I don't know, it's kind of complicated with his character. But it's a romance story. It's in the LGBTQ genre. So, yeah, and this movie has a lot of it, and that's something to expect. And I was actually really looking forward to this movie. The fact we don't get that many LGBTQ... I mean, we do see that, just not in a full, like, rom-com type of way. And Universal's behind this, and a big picture company is going to be behind this whole thing. So I was still really looking forward to this. I mean, I'm not gay. I do support the community a lot. And I gotta say, this movie was a big surprise. I was hoping for it to be good, but I was really taking my time spent with this movie. Everybody's great, and the movie is very raunchy, and the fact that it's an LGBTQ love story, and the fact that there's raunchiness to this movie, yeah, homophobes are definitely gonna rage quit. But hey, the movie's doing its job, and it does a really good job at doing that because, yeah, this movie raises the rainbow flag a lot. And it surprises me that this movie didn't get released in June, because I feel like if it did get released in June, it would have made a lot more money. I hope it does make money too, and hopefully not everybody's just... But it's something to expect. And honestly, the romance story between these two guys, it's actually very strong, and it's something that I actually did care about throughout this movie. And like I said before, I'm not gay myself, but I really dug the romance story. I mean, they have great chemistry together, and the fact that, you know, the main guy talks a lot throughout this movie, and his dialogue and everybody's dialogue manages to be very top-notch. And yeah, and the fact that it does tackle the big issue of the fact that, you know, most I don't know how to put it, but the best way I can describe it is that it's a movie that is just completely about the LGBTQ community. Like, it's not just the main guy that's gay. Like, there's tons of gay people and LGBTQ people in this movie, and tons of like there's a community in this movie involving this museum. And the movie never manages to get too silly. It never manages to get so overly raunchy that its own main focus is that, but it does get very serious about this one man who hasn't had the best life. I guess in terms of issues I do have with the movie, there actually really wasn't that much that I didn't fully enjoy about this movie. I mean, I guess some scenes drag on a little too long. Like, there's this one beach scene that lasts for like 10 minutes. And I don't know if this was me, but there are some times I kind of might have noticed that some actors are, you know, have some dubbing in them, and the lips don't sync fully well. It might have been just me, but it's something that I noticed. Maybe if I do rewatch it, which I might, then maybe I'll notice it more. But it might have been just me. I'm not sure if anybody else noticed it, but in the end, guys, I didn't really have that much to say about Bros, but I thought it was great. Like, I was laughing my ass off throughout a lot of the movie. I thought it did a really great job of capturing the LGBTQ community with all the stuff that can possibly throw into your face, showing that, you know, love can be for anyone. It can be a man or a woman, man, woman. Like, it definitely shows that here. Like, it gives us all the LGBTQ stuff that they could possibly put in this movie, and I think they handle it very well while adding a lot of humor and raunchiness at the same time, while not going too raunchy, not going too serious. And when it does get pretty emotional, it surprisingly does get very effective. It's a movie that hits in just the right place, and I mean the heart, obviously. And it's one that I felt really worked for me. And people who will support the LGBTQ community and people who are in the LGBTQ community will definitely have a great time with this one. Unless you're not into that whole raunchiness and you prefer something like Love, Simon. Well, Love, Simon's still a great movie too, and people should watch that as well. But yeah, there are tons of great LGBTQ movies out there that also tackle the issue as well. Milk, which is one of the greatest of all time. Brokeback Mountain, another one of the greatest. Blue's the Warmest Color. Those movies I actually haven't seen. I just heard they're really good movies, but I do. Maybe in June I'll give some of them a watch. But yeah, in the end, guys, even if you're not gay or bi or trans or lesbian, I still think this movie is definitely worth getting a watch if you support the community. And for me, the movie, I think the most important thing that this movie does right is just having a lot of fun. Despite some of those scenes dragging on a little too long, I still feel like the movie was still well worth my time, and I had a really great time with this movie. I was gonna give it a 4, but honestly, I think the ending hit me hard enough for me to give it that extra boost. I know it's kind of, I just really enjoyed this one, and I thought it was well worth my time. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and like I mentioned before, I will be seeing Smile. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.